In this video, we're going to show how to measure resistance, both in a circuit and in just individual resistors themselves. I would recommend first start by making connections in your circuit. Here we've got some alligator clips and some connecting leads, and we have an electric circuit. So first thing to do is connect up the connecting leads to the alligator clips like that. And let's take a look at the electric circuit that we have. We have one resistor right here, two resistors in parallel, and another resistor right here. If you want to measure the entire resistance in the entire circuit, you would connect from the bottom of this resistor all the way to the top. Now, the number one rule in measuring resistance in a circuit is that you have to have the power supply disconnected. So notice this breadboard is disconnected from the power supply. If you don't do that, then you get a faulty reading on your resistance. So that's one thing that's different about resistance measurement from voltage measurement. Obviously in voltage measurement you have it connected. I'm going to put a small wire sticking up here and another wire at the top right here. So we got a blue and a yellow wire, and that's what we're going to use to measure the resistance of the circuit. So I'm going to take, again, polarity doesn't matter at all on resistances, so I'm going to take one lead to one side and one lead to the other side. So now we're set up to measure the electric current of the entire circuit. I'll just zoom in and see what that looks like. You can see this a little bit better over here. So I'm going to measure the entire resistance throughout the entire circuit. Let's move this over here. Move that there. Move that there. So again, I'm measuring there resistance through all these four resistors, one resistor in series with this parallel combination of two, and this other resistor right there. To connect the wires, we get the end of these two leads right here, take the positive and put it in the volt-ohm measurement of the meter, the input, and this is the 6.5 digit multimeter. Take the negative end, like that, and put it into LO input of the meter right there on the left side, on the right side, excuse me. Then you turn on the meter and press the ohm button right here. There shows the measurement of 0.544 kiloohms. Some other features on the meter. If you want to fix the decimal place, notice that it says there's 4, 5, or 6 decimal place. Usually 4 digits is fine for accuracy, so I can go shift and 4, and there you see 0.45447 kiloohms. In actual resistance in ohms, you'd move the decimal place 3 places, 1, 2, 3, to give you 544.7 ohms. That's for the resistance of this entire network. When you turn it on, sometimes you see this setting. Sometimes you see a little MAN. That's for manual placement of the decimal point. Normally you don't need that. So if you want to get rid of that option, you just press the auto man button again. So that's in an auto ranging mode. So that means when you put in a higher resistance, like a mega ohm range, it'll automatically change from kiloohms to mega ohms. And that's about all you need to know about the resistance measurement. Again, the main thing is make sure your power supply, you see no power is there, right? And there's no connection to your circuit. You can measure some other things in the circuit. How about measure the first resistor? The blue lead is going to the positive, and the yellow lead is going to this other side of the resistor. Again, the polarity doesn't matter at all. So now we're measuring the resistance of this 220 ohm. It's a red brown. That's a 220 ohm resistor. Go to the meter. It says 218.7 ohms, 0.28187 or kiloohms, right? So it's a fairly close measurement. Suppose we want to measure the resistance of that combinations of two resistors. in the middle right here. So I take the yellow lead and put it right here and put it all the way in, take the blue lead and put it on the same row as the bottom side of these two resistors. Go to the meter and it says 0.278, rounds to about 279 K or 279 ohms. Measure the resistance of the top resistor. I move the yellow right here, move the blue right here, in any available slot. You can get it in there. Okay, so now I'm going across this one resistor here, so I'm only measuring the resistance of this one resistor. The other resistors are in the circuit, but the circuit is open because I'm not connected to the power supply. So the way the meter actually works, it sends current through the positive, down the blue wire, through this resistor, back through the yellow, and into the meter. The meter itself has an internal power supply that sends that current. Again, it sends it out here, through the blue, across the resistor, back through the yellow, and back in that negative terminal. And that's why it only measures resistance of that one resistor. So this one resistor has about 47.1 ohms of resistance. If you want to measure resistance of an individual resistor, you can just take the alligator clips and connect directly to the resistor itself. So here's our resistor. We can clip on one side, clip on the other, and check out the meter. It does about 4.04 kilo ohms. Try another one. There's a resistor right here. Clip on one side, clip on the other side. Remove your hand so you don't include your body resistance in it. So just set it down, and it's about 567 ohms. And that's how you measure resistance using the digital multimeter.